Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our technical knowledge session. We are the students of VJTI and we are going to present a session on indigenous development in the textile machinery sector. This event is brought to you by VJTI in the India ITME Society. We are here today to delve into the immense potential for innovation within the Indian textile machinery sector and explore the path forward in the research and development led by India's young textile technologists. So, let us start by discussing the association between VJTI and the India ITME Society.
Yeah, so VJTI stands for Veer Mata Jizabai Technological Institute. It is located in Mumbai, and this institute is renowned for the textile engineering branch, and it also produces great textile technologists as well as engineers. Most of them are on a high post in renowned companies. The first one is Dr. Mohit Raina. He is the chairman of Raina Industries. The second one, Sir G.V. Aras, who is strategic advisor. Let us get to know about the ITME Society. It was founded back in 1980s. India ITME Society and VJTI are linked with each other, as we can say that most of the work between them is taken or driven through textiles. VJTI gives content, blog and edtech support to the ITME Society.
Could you explain more about the history of VJTI?
It's an honor to represent VJTI on this platform, and I think VJTI is not just an institution that we know. It's an first institution for textile engineering in India, but it's a legacy, and VJTI has produced brilliant minds over a century, and India ITME Society in its 46th year. It's a powerhouse driving textile technology forward, and together VJTI and ITME Society creates a bridge between industry and knowledge. It's a good opportunity for our generation to lead our future textile technology.
What is the significance of ITME in the Indian Textile Society?
India ITME Society stands for India International Textile Machinery Exhibition Society, and it dedicatedly contributes towards the textile engineering and textile machineries in India. It also plays a very important role in advancing textile technology, and it also creates the bridge between the industry, and it also provides a platform for the global as well as the local manufacturers, stakeholders to showcase the latest advancements in textile machineries. As we all know about the exhibitions organized by the ITME, it is a premier event which provides a platform for the global as well as the local manufacturers, stakeholders and businesses, to be honest, to showcase the latest advancements in textile machineries. And also we are aware about the training sessions and the seminars, which are not only meant for the industrial people but also for students like us. And these seminars prove to be one of the best platforms for the knowledge exchange and skill development. And these sessions not only help us to get to know about the technical aspect of the textiles, but rather about the industrial knowledge. When we are thinking about to represent India on the global platform, industrial skills are really important when we think to position India at a global textile market. Overall, when we think about the adopting the automation or the advancements in textiles, we formulate the effectiveness, competitiveness of India in the global textile market.
So, what is the role of automation and AI in the textile manufacturing process?
Currently, we are living in an era of Industry 4.0. So we all know that this era is all about this automation, AI, IoT, then we have cyber security, big data, then also we have 3D printing, machine-to-machine transfer. So these all technologies are related to current industrial era. In Industry 5.0, that is in 5th generation of the the machineries, so the more focus would be on sustainability. If you're talking about the overall impact, so the first would be the smart manufacturing and Industry 4.0. We all guys are know like IoT. So also in our college, you guys might have taken the elective IoT. So IoT basically, the machine which is integrated with sensors. We know that what is the work of sensors. So like real-time monitoring, like whatever the material would come, so it will, sense the things like whatever the faults, defects are there in material, it will catch, and according to that, it will take action. So like basically the work of sensor we know, so it does the work of real-time monitoring and, it collects the data. Then we have data-driven technology. So data-driven technology, like the collection of production data. So we know that during the production, like किस fabric का कितना production हुआ, उसमें कितना defects आया, and all those things are also being collected. So big data, this kind of a platform, and some of the softwares are also being there. So which is actually being integrated with the machineries. So which actually collects the data, which saves as a history for the upcoming processes. So once you fade a material from one side, you will get the end product. So we'll get a yarn, so which is the defectless yarn. So in between there are sensors. The sensors are embedded from point to point, so which actually does the real-time monitoring. Like a data of microsecond is also collected. So this is helpful for textile technologists who are actually being sitting in isolation. Their work is just to sit in isolation and just monitor over the screen and just to see that whether the product that we are running, which is of use or not. So according to that, they identifies the quality. So this much of advancement is there in Industry 4.0. So in dyeing, we know that we color the fabric. Sometimes what happens, so suppose if we didn't have this kind of technologies, we might lose our fabric or the defect would be there. Obviously, if there is a shade variation, so obviously the defects are going to be there. So for that purpose, that same, the sensors are basically being embedded on machine. So if there is a variation in color, okay, so मेरे को either dark fabric दिख रहा है, either light fabric दिख रहा है. So it analyzes, okay, and it catches the fault and it tries to mend it, okay. Rather than going forward, it stops the fabric, it cut out that particular fabric and start the machine. This much of things, this much of advancement is there in current era. Then we have the garmenting, the garment industry. So in garment industry, if you consider we do the sieving, okay. So for that we use that robots. Nowadays in industries, that in India I don't know about, because we have a very less capacity of the garments. But in Bangladesh, in China, other Asian countries, if you consider, so they have the a very big capacity, and they're actually using this. They're actually using the sieving bots. It actually creates a design itself and does the sieving. Then also apart from that, suppose consider if this is my shirt, so we know that these are the different panels that we cut. So this part that we cut differently. So this is one process which is called as pattern making. So where we cut our panels, right? So for that also we have automated machines, automated cutting machines. So which actually cuts the fabric perfectly without any defect. So the waste reduction could be the one point which comes into the picture. And then apart from this, I would like to throw some light on sustainability point of view. We know that sustainability mainly focuses on environment, the social, the economical aspect. So I would like to add some points on like what is the role of AI in sustainability. Like AI, as I said, the sensors we use and all the things are there. So where if you consider the point of waste, so we know that also our industry generates a lot of waste, and still there are some of the industries, big leaders, so they are actually been focusing on like how should be the management of waste. So as a textile technologist, my thought would be like if you generate a less waste, so obviously that is beneficial for us. If you're considering from spinning till finishing point of view, so the sensors are there, so which helps to do the real-time monitoring, which also help us to reduce the waste. There is also relationship between the labors and the machineries, if you say. So like suppose for example, considering old looms. So if you're considering old looms, mainly weaving sector I'm focusing on, weaving looms. So हम लोग हाथ से करते थे, पहला हैंडलूम, we all guys know that हाथ से सब करते थे. So एक लूम को एक ही वर्कर अलॉट रहता था, बरोबर. So ऐसे like जितने भी लूम्स होंगे, number of looms is equal to number of workers. Nowadays advancement हो गया, okay, digitalize हो गया सब. Now we are more on automation, robotics, AI, which is playing a good role. So उसकी वजह से क्या हुआ कि like उनके ऊपर जो भी वर्क प्रेशर आता था वो कम हो गया. अभी एक वीवर 7 to 8 लूम्स इजीली हैंडल करता है. ऑटोमेशन हो गया, कौन से भी लूम में कोई तो डिफेक्ट आया, so the loom will stop automatically.
I would like to ask you, like, what important role does sustainability and eco-friendly technologies play in textile manufacturing machines?
As we know, for the coming another 10 years, right, the industry is expected to grow 3 times what its size is now. So its forecast is about $300 billion, the Indian textile industry, if we focus on. There will be a lot of waste generation in terms of fabrics, in terms of chemical dye stuff waste, and then we've got later cutouts, what we normally call as chindis. So this has all the greater impact on the environmental base. We've got water filters and effluent treatment plants setups in the such processing house and the vertically integrated companies, right, of our country. So this all, their basic job is to cut down the dyes. They remove the dye stuffs from the water, and then again the COD is maintained and the water is filtered. Now we see is ZLD, which is zero liquid discharge. So it's been policy spread throughout the processing houses, and other we can see that companies like Voila Water Technologies and Solutions and WTE Infra Projects Limited. So these are the companies that focus on such technology like water treatment, wastewater management, zero liquid discharge. So what they do is basically by means of crystallization they help in the purification of water and removal of the hazardous chemicals and all. Switching to the dyes, right? So earlier we used to go more on base of benzoic aromatics, whatever, those are the basically toxic substances. Now the industry is focusing more on the eco-friendly dyes, which does not harms the our environment, which is less toxic to us as in humans concerned. Again, we move forward is the recycling basically. So what happens is ki earlier what used to be ki manufacturer has made, everything goes, we as a consumer just dispose it. So where it goes, it's like basically it goes into landfills, right? So landfills में वो तो degrade नहीं होगा, it's not degradable, right? Basic our clothes and all. So what now has been done is कि manufacture to manufacture, the cycle has been made. So first the manufacturer itself is the producer, and at the end after the consumer just disposes it, manufacturer is now responsible for taking it back into its production unit by means of recycling it. So this can be done by blending it with some virgin products that we know.
What are the different challenges faced by the textile machinery industry in India?
India still lags for the importing advanced technology machineries from the German and Switzerland. Secondly is for the cost competitiveness. We have the high amount of raw materials and labors, but we still lag for the competitiveness because of the logistics and all this thing. And thirdly, for the sustainability and the waste management. So as a global textile leader, we textile industry generate too much of waste. But how to degrade that? Indian textile industry still lags for managing that waste production, and also for the sustainable parameters, we are struggle to maintain that standards for the green environment we have. The third point is like there is a huge gap between industry and the academics. The academic institutions are not even having knowledge about industry in detail. This gap should be filled with more research and development sessions, and to foster this we need to have more knowledge about what's the global competitiveness and how we can foster innovations by collaborating students with the institutions.
Is it possible that India can become a global hub for textile manufacture industry?
Definitely yes. With continued innovations in technologies, research and developments, and with the support of our Indian government, India can become a global leader in the sector of textile machinery manufacturing. And also, as Nikhil mentioned, the industry 5.0, the new industrial revolution is on its way. So it's a great opportunity for us Indians to be a part of that. And also, as Shivani mentioned, that we Indians are facing problems in importing the machineries. That problem also can be solved.
So can ITME contribute to this success?
Yes, definitely. ITME can contribute in making India a global hub. There are few ways which it can do. As ITME organizes many exhibitions, and where not only the manufacturers, even the students are also invited. The various industry experts also go. Students and industry people can get a chance to interact, which Shivani mentioned, which is lagging, which can get filled up with this. And next is new inventions, whatever there are in Indian textile industry are exhibited in ITME, which people can see. Even the industry experts can predict what will be the next market demand. Next thing is people get motivation for doing more research and development in the textile industry. Next is ITME gives many awards to recognizes people of great contribution, which can encourage people to come up with new innovations and technologies. Not only Indians but foreign people also come, and they can learn about the Indian textile industry, and we can collaborate with them. So it bridges the gap between the textile machine.
I would like to add one point, like ITME Society arranges student award, like to encourage and foster innovations. Students can think more about the industry and advancements in the machineries to protect our nature and make it more worthy.
इंडस्ट्री एंड जो स्टूडेंट्स के बीच में जो गैप है दैट कैन बी ब्रिज बाय दिस एग्जीबिशन ऑफ इटमी एंड ऑल्सो इंस्टीट्यूट डोंट हैव दिस लेटेस्ट मशीन्स सो स्टूडेंट्स कैन एक्सप्लोर दिस लेटेस्ट मशीन इन at exhibition of ITME.
Generally, people opt for computer engineering and IT. What are the challenges that students face as a textile technologist?
Challenges as in ki the mass crowd is not basically aware about this field. It's basically for them it's the just a overview of what we call it as a tailor business sort of. On a larger scale, if we see the textile industry is the second largest employer in India after agriculture, and it's almost has a great contribution about 2% to the GDP of the country as well. Though the industry being very scattered in terms of, I mean, it's not very organized, right? Majority of the businesses are MSME based businesses rather than a large conglomerate or a corporation sort of. So this is what I think is one of the major factors that lags for the students that comes up. And as we know, the industry is very based on the production and on-site operation based. So what I would conclude is basically lack of awareness regarding the industry. बहुत अजीब सा लगता है, it's outdated sort of, people feel it, but the industry is very good as it's just not apart from production. Now we can opt for fashion designing as well. So we've got great designers in our country like Sabya Sachi and all, making India go on the global market very acclaimed, getting that inspiring the folk art into our fabrics as well. So that is what has contributed. So we need more of people of our age and young entrepreneurs. Maybe they can delve into this business, look out. And so such events are the, I would say, the starting point for such things. So wherein if until unless it's not explored, right, you do not know much about it. So that is what I would like to say.
Generally, people know that textiles are only for clothes, but if you go into the engineering, like mechanical engineering or any other engineering, so you will see that textile is also used in vehicles like the submarine incident, the Ocean Gate, which was made up of carbon fibers. Also the Chandrayaan 3, which we launched. So the rover was made up of glass and carbon fibers. So it also has a vast exposure.
Yeah, so you mentioned about the technical textile. So that part comes in technical textile. We have 12 sectors in technical textiles. We have geotextiles, we have protective textiles for the bulletproof jackets and etc. The extreme cold weather clothings which people wear, that also comes under textiles, which use advanced technologies. Then we even have for civil engineering applications, we have different structures which we can use.
Most of the textiles we know used in defense are of like ballistic wares, Picatinny rails, ropes and everything, campsites and everything. And one more part is like recently I've seen a paper in which textiles are being used into the exoskeleton systems. Basically these systems are procured with different types of technical textiles. For example, some of them are getting into the Velcro stuff and everything. Means they are using Velcro and other sort of textiles instead of using hinges into the exoskeleton system. This is a good thing that we can make exoskeletons like more light in weight as compared to using different types of metals and metallic hinges for elbow and shoulder movements. Basically the exoskeleton suit is, you can say it is a superhero kind of suit which has been designed by DRDO, is working on it. Textile also has a good scope in the defense lineup in the upcoming years.
Yeah, we don't have the technology of manufacturing the technical textile, but I'm quite sure that some of the young players are sitting along with me or my mates or friends. So I'm sure that we'll explore this field and we will bring something new in this field, and we'll try to market our, we will represent our own branch, something in big industry, and obviously we'll try to add some spice in our industry, and we'll be doing a marketing, and we'll try to attract more people to take a textile engineering as a choice.
How important is the platform of GTTES for the student industry interaction, and how ITME has facilitated VJTI in doing so?
The exhibitions like GTTS organized by India ITME. So this act as a bridge between academia and the textile industry. So it fosters value-based knowledge, hands-on experience, practical knowledge. Events such like this offers a great opportunity for networking for students, and as well as this networking opportunity can be used in career development, right? So we've got people from industry, so we can connect through them. We can ask them for probably internships, maybe research. We can go for the research projects. We can contribute on to that sector and all. And coming back to how India ITME has fostered VJTIs, they have been a key support in our various events and all. Like we have Vastra, right? So they have been helping us throughout that. They have taken us to the ITME 2022 event, wherein with the contribution of ITME, students like us could experience the development in technology therein, and other forms of support have been provided by ITME India.
India ITME is not just an exhibition, it's about empowerment as well. And as you also mentioned, that how it gives recognition to students and for their inputs, for their research and innovation. I think it actively encourages students to go into research and innovation. Like, don't you think if we get a recognition for our inputs, we will obviously get motivated to do more and more? Honestly, I think it's not just about recognition, it's about motivation to create, to experiment, and also to by bringing a real change in the industry.
So which technologies are you expecting to see in the upcoming GTTES?
So we have more than 10 technologies that we are going to see. Premium Looms Manufacturing Private Limited Company, and they manufactures the advanced weaving machinery parts and the spare parts related to it, and they supplies over the global market as well as Indian markets. So they have their own rapier looms, then airjet looms, then waterjet looms, then they have their electronic jacquards, then we must have heard about the terry towels weaving loom. So these looms also, they have. I'm sure that we guys will surely see the latest advancement. As I said that, the IoT, AI. So these kind of things that we'll surely see in their products, and we will gain a lot of knowledge over there.
So next company is Vertex Edge Tech. It is an Indian company that deals in manufacturing of ultrasonic, fully automatic, quality-based garment labeling, cutting, and folding machines. It was founded back in 2006 by Mr. Vishal Kale and Rupesh Kale. This company has a good vision of revolutionizing the textile industry and bringing in more automatic ways in finishing and product lines. So here are few products. The first one is VET90, which is an ultrasonic label cutting machine. It provides ultra smooth and precisely sealed edges for printed and cotton labels. The second one is VET110, which is again an ultrasonic based centerfold machine designed to cut and fold satin and cotton labels.
So next we have ColorJet. It is India's largest manufacturer of digital textile inkjet printers. It has been at the forefront of innovation in the digital printing industry. Their product lineup includes advanced machines like FabJet Pro, Earth Series, VastraJet K2, each designed to meet diverse printing needs with a focus on quality and sustainability. I think these innovations underscore ColorJet's dedication to advancing digital printing technology while also prioritizing environmental sustainability.
Next machines are CARU NATEX, that is National Electrical Engineering Technology. So they produce basically the processing machines. It was established in 1960s. Like, they used to initially make the spare parts for the textile machineries, but later on they started building the finishing machineries. The products they have are sueding machines, laser engraving machines, laser stripping machines. I'm really looking forward to see all these machines during our upcoming GTTS events.
There is a company called as Ingersoll Rand India Limited. So they make generally oil-free rotatory screws, centrifugal compressors. These parts are used in ginning machines or in spinning or in any other textile machineries. They play a very important role. So I am looking forward to see these machineries in the upcoming event.
The next machinery is Lakshmi shuttleless looms. We know that shuttles were used before, and Lakshmi Works brings in the shuttleless loom, which will increase the production to a large extent.
I would like to add about there's a company called Reezer Imports and Exports Limited. So these are the dominant players in this industry. They provide air cooling service solutions, spot cooling solution, temperature controls, humidification. This company has an expertise over a decade and a half throughout this business, and it's, I think, can be one of the trusted companies in this segment. Humidification plays an important role throughout the weaving process, I would say, because the cotton and all needs a certain level of humidification to bear its strength. So if not given, there will be breakages in warp. So such cooling systems and humidification plants play an important role into that.
AAS, the Advanced Assured Sustainable Tech, made a hilt, like small part, but the important one, that is the hilts, which are used to separate the threads and form a fabric. So to pass that yarns, our AAS company introduced to a dual wire heel frame which has two heel eyes from which we can pass two yarn threads from it, and it's a sustainable product, as well as it reduces the yarn breakages because we are replacing the iron heel frames with the plastic one, and the plastic yet the sustainable one.
So the next machine is Ohm Corporations. So they build spare parts for weaving machines. The parts like web feeler, airjet parts and waterjet parts are produced here.
I would like to talk about the Samruddhi Engineering. This company was established in year around 1995. They are majorly into manufacturing of spare parts of spinning machines. Basically, they manufacture COPs, burns, bobbins, etc. This company has received more than 45 prestigious awards for their research and development from Government of India. Also, they have their in-house manufacturing of COPs made up of steel and aluminium. They have their own full-time team for this kind of innovations. I am really excited to visit their stall in upcoming GTTS events.
So to summarize, today we learned about the AI, the sustainable developments, wastewater treatment, about technical textiles, and also about the various inventions. So we are eager to have a hands-on experience on the new inventions in the upcoming GTTS events. Thank you.
Thank you all. See you everyone at the event.